Hey everyone, welcome to English with Cheri. I'm Cheri, your host, and I never do this alone, right? I've got my co-host here with me as always, so
And I'm Nick, the co host. And to be honest, I'm also kind of the person who makes the most mistakes around here, so.
which is actually great, because that's kind of the whole point of this show. We're all learning together.
Exactly, yeah, no judgment here, right?
No judgment at all. So, today's episode, we're talking about 10 English words that you are probably saying wrong. And I mean that in the nicest possible way, because these words trick everyone beginners, intermediate learners, sometimes even native speakers.
Wait, 10 words? Like 10 words that I might be saying wrong right now without even knowing it?
Possibly, I mean, we'll see. But the thing is, these words are tricky for a reason. English spelling and pronunciation, they don't always match, Like what you see written down is not always what you actually say out loud.
Right, and that's a thing that gets everyone, I think. You read the word, you try to say it, and then, surprise, it sounds completely different from what you expected.
Exactly. So if you're an A1 or A2 learner, this episode is basically made for you. For each word, we'll tell you the wrong way people say it, the correct way, why it's confusing, and give you a simple example sentence. Sound good?
Sounds great. Let's get into it.
Okay, so word number one, and I feel like this one trips up so many people. The word is comfortable.
Oh, wait. Is it not comfortable? Like 4 syllables? That's how I always say it.
Yes, that's exactly the mistake. A lot of learners say comfortable, 4 syllables, but the correct pronunciation is actually comfortable, 3 syllables, comfortable.
Comfortable. Okay, so we kind of skip a syllable in the middle.
Kind of, yeah. The or in the middle sort of disappears in natural fast speech. Native speakers compress it, and that syllable just gets swallowed. And because the spelling shows comfortable, you naturally think 4 syllables, totally makes sense, but in practice we say comfortable. Example, this sofa is really comfortable.
This sofa is really comfortable. Okay, I like that. It actually feels faster and more natural.
It does, right? All right, word number two. This one is a classic. The word is vegetable.
Okay, so vegetable, 4 syllables, because that's what I've been saying.
So close, but no. A lot of people say vegetable, 4 syllables, because that's exactly how it looks. But native speakers actually say vegetable, 3 syllables. The second E just disappears.
Vegetable. Wait, so English is literally just removing letters whenever it feels like it?
I mean, kind of, yeah. To be honest, that's actually not a bad way to think about it. Vegetables.
I eat vegetables every day. Okay, I can do that.
All right, number three, and this one, I think this is everyone's favorite troublemaker. The word is Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So I say Wednesday, 3 syllables. Is that wrong?
Yes, so many people say Wednesday, 3 syllables. But the correct pronunciation is actually Wednesday, just 2 syllables. The D in the middle is completely silent. It just doesn't exist when you say it.
Wait, seriously? Wednesday? So why is a D even there in the spelling?
Great question. The word comes from an old name, Woden's Day, from an old Germanic god. The spelling stayed the same over hundreds of years, but the pronunciation changed, so the D is basically a fossil, a leftover from history.
Well, English has so much history just hiding inside it, and that's kind of wild.
It really does. So the example, see you on Wednesday. Wednesday, just 2 syllables.
See you on Wednesday. Okay, I actually love that. It sounds so much more natural.
Right? Okay, number four. And this one has two tricky sounds very close together, which is why learners struggle with it. The word is February.
Okay, I think I say February. Is that right?
Almost. So the thing is, a lot of people say February, and actually, even many native speakers say it that way informally. But the more careful, correct pronunciation is February, with a clear R sound in the middle. February.
February. Okay, that R in the middle is genuinely hard to say at normal speed.
Right? That's exactly why people drop it. Two R sounds close together is sort of a tongue twister, I guess. So learners and even native speakers just simplify it and remove one, but the correct form keeps both. You're not alone if you find it hard.
Good to know. And the example?
My birthday is in February. February.
My birthday is in February. Okay, I'll keep practicing that one.
You will get it. Okay, word 5. This is one I hear all the time from learners, and honestly, I hear it from native speakers too. The word is probably.
Oh, I think I say probably. 3 syllables, stress in the middle. Is that wrong?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. The stress is in the wrong place. The correct pronunciation is probably. Stress on the first syllable. And in fast, casual speech, native speakers often compress it even more to just probably. 2 syllables.
Wait, just probably? Like that short?
Yeah, like I'll probably be late sounds like I'll probably be late in normal conversation. The middle syllable just kind of fades out. Example sentence. She'll probably be late. Probably.
She'll probably be late, or probably be late if I'm talking fast. Got it. That actually sounds way more natural.
Exactly right. Okay, number 6. This one is a fun one. The word is library.
Oh, is it not library? Because I feel like I hear that everywhere, even from native speakers.
You do hear it a lot, and that's actually the informal or sort of lazy pronunciation. The correct, careful way to say it is library, 2 clear R sounds. Library.
Library. Oh, this is the same problem as February. 2 R sounds close together, so people just drop one.
Exactly the same problem. You spotted it. People say that because the 2 R's together are tricky, but the proper pronunciation keeps both. Library. Example, can you meet me at the library?
Can you meet me at the library? I have to actually focus to say that right, but I like it.
It takes a little practice, yeah. All right, word 7. Now this one is interesting because there are actually 2 correct pronunciations depending on where you're from. The word is schedule.
Oh, okay. I say schedule. Is that right?
That is actually the British pronunciation and it's completely correct. But in American English, we say schedule, schedule. The SCH at the beginning, in British English, it becomes sh, but in American English, it becomes sk. 2 valid pronunciations, 2 different varieties of English.
Schedule. That sounds so different from schedule. Like if you just heard the 2 words, you might not even know they're the same word.
I know, right? So the tip here is think about which variety of English you're learning. If it's American English, go with schedule. If it's British English, schedule is perfect. Both are correct, just different. Example, what's your schedule for tomorrow? Schedule in American English.
What's your schedule for tomorrow? Okay, I'll go with that one. Good to know both exist, though.
Definitely good to know. All right, word 8. And okay, this one is also sort of a funny one because people use it constantly, but also mispronounce it constantly. The word is literally.
Is it not literally 4 syllables? That's what I hear all the time.
Yeah, a lot of people say literally, putting the stress on the wrong syllable. The correct stress is actually on the first syllable, literally. And in fast speech, it becomes literally, 3 syllables.
Literally. Okay, so once again, a syllable just compresses and disappears.
It's kind of the theme of this episode, honestly. English speakers move fast and they compress sounds. The key is always the stress. Lit is the strong syllable. Everything else gets softer and shorter. Example, I literally forgot my keys again. Literally.
I literally forgot my keys again. That is very relatable, actually.
Very relatable. Okay, almost there. Word 9. This one is a longer word, so let's take it slow. The word is specifically.
Ooh, okay. I think I say specifically. Is that close?
Really close. The correct pronunciation is specifically. The stress is on the second syllable, sif, and the full word has 5 syllables, specifically. The mistake most learners make is dropping the ick sound in the middle or stressing the wrong part.
Specifically. You know, once you say it slowly like that, it's actually kind of satisfying.
Right? It flows really nicely when you get it. The key is just big stress on sif. Everything else, lighter. Example, I specifically asked for no onions. Specifically.
I specifically asked for no onions. I feel that sentence personally, to be honest.
We all feel that sentence. Okay, and the last one, word 10. I saved this one for the end because it is, I think, the most surprising word on the whole list. The word is kernel.
Kernel? Wait, how do you even spell that? Colonel?
Exactly, Colonel. And if you try to pronounce it based on the spelling, you'd say something like colonel, right? That seems logical.
Yeah, totally. Colonel. That's what I would say.
But the actual pronunciation is kernel, like the kernel of popcorn. Kernel.
Wait, what? Colonel? Spelled Colonel and you say Colonel? That feels like a trick, like English is just pranking us.
I know. It really does feel that way. So the word came into English from French and Italian, and it went through some very complicated pronunciation changes over hundreds of years. The spelling sort of froze in one place, but the spoken word kept changing, and they ended up completely different.
So we just have to memorize it. There's no logic. It's just Colonel, and that's the deal.
Pretty much, yeah. Some words in English you just have to accept and move on. It's one of those ones. Example, the colonel gave the order. Colonel.
The Colonel gave the order. Okay, I will never ever forget that one. That one is living in my head now.
Good, that means it worked. All right, and that is all 10 words. Let's do a super quick recap before we go. We had comfortable, vegetable, Wednesday, February, probably, library, schedule, literally, specifically, and the legendary Colonel.
Honestly, Colonel is going to live in my head rent-free forever. I think about popcorn every time now.
Same, honestly. Look, the thing I really want you to take away from this episode is don't be too hard on yourself if you've been saying some of these words wrong. These words are genuinely tricky. They trick everyone, beginners, advanced learners, and sometimes even native speakers.
Totally. And you know, the fact that you're here, listening to this show, actively trying to improve, that's already something to be really proud of. Seriously.
100%. Every word you learn, every little pronunciation fix, it adds up. And the more you listen to natural English, the more these patterns will start to feel automatic. So keep going, keep practicing, and keep listening.
And if you want to practice more, listen to this episode again. I'm not joking. Repetition is your best friend when it comes to pronunciation. The more times you hear it, the more natural it becomes.
That is such good advice. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today on English with Cheri. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who's also learning English. It might just help them too. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, even native speakers say Wednesday without thinking twice about it. You've got this.